Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing the lazy girl method, also known as the Femi beauty method. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe before you leave and turn on the notifications to get notified on my next upload. And with that being said, let's get on with the video. The first thing I want to tell you guys, this is the first time I am doing this lazy girl method. I hate dual forms, and for me, for a while, I thought that the lazy girl method, it was similar to a dual form, or it was exactly like the dual form, just that you're not using the regular dual forms that brings the kit. You're using full cover nail tips to create this design. But I had a subscriber ask me to do the method, and I said, why not? Let's try it out. But guys, for my opinion, it's amazing. I was like only like an hour tops doing this, and you don't have to file a lot. You don't have to do almost nothing. You just add the design that you want. You obviously, if you want to add glitters, butterfly like I am doing right now, you have to do that first, like I did. I added the base coat. I didn't cure it, but I added the butterfly first before curing and placed it how I wanted. After that, I cured it and added another layer of base coat so I can encapsulate and at the same time add more base coat so I can adhere the polygel to it. So after I added the other layer of base coat, I added the polygel, a blob of the polygel, not a lot. Trust me, I added this amount of polygel and it still squirted around and spilled everywhere. But then again, this Modelones polygel, it's sticky and gooey and gunks up the brush a lot. So I was using the 70% alcohol and it was still gunky up my brush and it wasn't working. It was still sticking to my brush. So I switched into McCart's slip solution. It didn't work either. My dabbing dish actually got gunky. And then I switched to the base coat. So I added a layer of base coat to smooth out the polygel, and then with a little bit of acetone was pushing it around until it was perfect. But another thing that I didn't like about this polygel is that it's so clear and see-through. It's like a jelly color and it's not good. So either way, at the end, the nail set came out pretty good and I'm impressed, guys. I am super impressed. I maybe keep doing lazy girl methods, but if you see that I did something wrong on the video, please let me know in the comments down below so I can fix it. But if you want to see me unboxing and reviewing this polygel kit, it's going to be linked somewhere in the top right corner. And guys, I do have a nail stand so I can hold down my press-on nails, but right now it's holding a nail set that my best friend did, and if you haven't seen that video, it's also going to be linked somewhere in the top right corner. So one of the tips that I learned and I'm going to tell you guys is that you always want to look at the press-on nails on the sides like I did right here, because sometimes the polygel won't spread to every inch of the corner, so you have to actually go in and drag it up to the top. But also at the same time, try to maintain the cuticle area as thin as possible. And I know using polygels like I am using right now, this clear jelly one, it's going to be hard because not everyone likes to show their natural nail beds through the press-on nails or through the lazy girl method. So I recommend actually using something a little bit darker or adding a layer of polygel or base coat underneath with a neutral color. So after I created that design, I am adding a layer of base coat on my nails and curing it for 30 seconds so I can assure maximum adhesion of the polygel. And remember guys, never cure the polygel until you're adding it to your nail like I am doing right now. I'm adding it to my nail, and I'm making sure that it's flat on my nail bed and cleaning up any boo-boos around the cuticle area, because you don't want to cure polygel or any nail products on your cuticles. And if you guys are wondering why are my nails shiny, is that I added a protective peel off layer on them. I just added some cuticle oils and then added some top coat, so when I finish this set I can pop it right off. After adding the press on to your nail, always look every angle around the cuticles and under the nail, because if you can notice there had a big blob of polygel right under the nail, and that's not sexy and that's not cute, and you always want to smooth that out. So when you're like talking to someone and they're like, oh, let me see your nails, and they see the bottom part of the nail, you don't see that gunky yunky mountain under it. So, and it helps for the adhesion of the color. If it's a clear one like I'm using right there, that jelly color, if you add more layers of polygel to it, you can see a little bit better the color. So that's another trick. Now for the index, after I did the thumb, I noticed that the butterflies, you couldn't see them very well through the press on, so I decided to add a different color of butterflies to it, also adding the holographic ones. So I added and created almost the same design on my index finger, and I'll let you guys see so you can guys enjoy. But it's almost the same step, everything's the same, but it's easier to do. Now, for my middle finger, I decided to use a lighter color of pink and a more opaque color, a more not sheer color, so I can actually have something on the set. So I decided to do that on my middle finger and on my pinky. And for the ring finger, I decided to use a glitter polygel, and guys, I thought it was legit full on glitter, no space between, but this is like very, very, very sheer. Like, you have to build up the polygel so you can add a lot of glitter. Like I was saying, you can see that the polygel has a lot of glitter, but when you smooth it out and press it around, it loses the glitter consistency. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but it gets a little bit clear, like it was just some clear polygel with a little bit of sparkle in it. But I still liked it. It does remind me of the 4th of July. I don't know if it's because the pink glitter looks more red and the blue and the silver is more like a girly way of 4th of July, but I don't know. It's a good color for that though. And like you can see here that I'm adding the press-on nail to my nail and everything is squishing out and the glitters are going everywhere, and then there's like a bald spot in the middle. That's what I was trying to say before, and I don't like it. Like if I was building up the nail and I had to create the apex and everything from scratch and thickness and stuff, maybe the glitter would be thicker and stuff. But since I wasn't doing that, I was just filling in the press-on nails. It kind of was sheer and stuff, and I didn't like it. Now, after adding everything, I am grabbing some alcohol and wiping the tacky layer under the nails so I don't get anything stuck down there. And it's almost the same step that you have to use when you're doing your full-on polygel nail, but instead of on the top, you're doing it on the bottom. After that, I'm reshaping the nail, like getting rid of the little pointy part on top of the press-on that's at the tip. That's like what holds them together on a stick, and like trying to clean up the area around it if I got any boo-boos with polygel stuff, and trying to take the shine out of the top of the nail so I can add some top coat and some rhinestones as well. So usually with this lazy girl method, you don't use any e-file, but since I had a lot of boo-boos around the cuticle area, I decided to clean around the cuticle area and not use a nail file to buff everything, so I went in with the e-file as well. But now I'm adding some top coat so I can add the rhinestones, and I decided to do 3 little dots on the top with a little, I don't know, rectangle kind of thing going down. Anyways, you guys are going to see the design that I decided to do, and it was a little bit hard to maintain because I don't know why, but its top coat was so slippery. I'm used to adding rhinestone glue, but I didn't. Now for the pinky, I wanted to do something a little bit more simple, and I added just 2 cuticle beads. I added a bigger one and a smaller one, so it was something fashionable but at the same time simple. And after all that, I top coated everything else. After the final cure, I'm adding some Modelones cuticle oil to hydrate these crusty cuticles after they've been in the lamp this whole time. So guys, this is the end result of me doing the lazy girl method. But if you stayed until the end of the video, please comment down below a pink heart so I can know that you guys watched it until the end and liked it. But with that being said, this is pretty much it for this video. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, please leave a like. It really helps YouTube algorithm and it helps my videos out there. So if you get any value on my content, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. But this is pretty much it for me doing the lazy girl method.